Hello out there in cryptocurrency land. How you guys doing today? Welcome to Real Crypto. Today we're going to discuss Bitcoin and the next run to 5,000, which is not far away. It's only about 7% away, guys. Only about 7% away or so. So now I'm going to get 10% before we pop up here. And what's going to happen when we get to Bitcoin 5,000? Well, the ideal scenario, at least in my mind, is that we're going to do something very similar to this type of a pattern here. So here Bitcoin was at an all-time high at 3,000, pulled back, went up and chopped around a bit, and then we had this nice price appreciation on very nice volume right here. That's a lot of accumulation. And then we just went sideways. We had a nice little flag right here, and then we broke out of this flag in nice fashion a couple days after the actual fork. So the fork happened on the 1st. This broke out on the 4th. Probably just due to maybe exchanges finally letting the Bitcoin Cash go. But we broke out here and never looked back. And so now we're back here to 5,000, similar to 3,000. We pulled back. We've gone up. We didn't get this sideways action. We never got this kind of healthy sideways consolidation. We actually got this rising wedge, which is actually typically a bearish pattern. Typically rising wedges get broken to the downside. So if this pattern holds true, if you notice over here, we consolidated sideways in kind of a symmetrical triangle fashion. Let's go ahead and draw that out there. So we consolidated in this symmetrical triangle fashion, and then look, we broke down out of there. We broke down out of the symmetrical triangle. Inverted head and shoulders here, okay? Hit the target to the upside, and then we consolidated with another mini inverted head and shoulders, indicating a reversal is at play. So that's pretty good technical action. Now, if this holds up here, we had this head and shoulders in Bitcoin that we talked about, this being the left shoulder, this being the head, this being the right shoulder. This neckline was broken and it hit the 3,000 target to almost to the dollar in Bitcoin. Very good technical action. And now we're seeing a rising wedge. So if all else kind of goes according to plan, not that it's a plan, but if all else follows suit, and these chart patterns, end up doing what they do, this could break down. Now, if that does break down, we kind of have a nice, looks like a nice little natural level here at about the 4130 area, where we could break down into, and then maybe we consolidate and we flag out from here before a move higher. Something similar to this, but we didn't get the symmetrical triangle here. We're having a rising wedge. It does make sense that we get a shakeout here because there's a lot of people that are just holding Bitcoin, loving life, and you can't have that many people happy in the markets. It just doesn't work out well. Happy people get sold into. It's just kind of how it works. If you have too many happy wildebeest, they get sloppy and the lions eat them, and that's exactly how these markets work. So just pay attention to the action. Pay attention if we get kind of weak, and just keep that in mind. If we get to Bitcoin 5,000 and we chop around here, that could be healthy action as well. But if we get shaken out and chop around, that is also healthy action longer term. That could be healthy action for a breakout of 5,000 sometime after the hard fork, which is going to happen at this white line over here. So take a look at all this space here that we have to fill with charts. I mean, the charts are going to have to fill this space, and they're going to do something. Are they going to come up here and do this? Are they going to do this? And they're going to chop around here and get a little weaker and then shake us out and then go higher? Is it going to be something like that? Or are we going to... That's Control Z, by the way, folks. If you didn't know, you could do that in TradingView. Or the other thing is, like I said, we get up here. Oops, let me do this. We go up to 5,000. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. That's what I was just talking about. Okay, so here we break down from the rising wedge. Maybe we get down to this level, and then we kind of work our way back up, chop around, things of that nature. Those lines look like crap. Anyway, you get the point. Some way, shape, or form, we have to make up the time so we can get over to this white line. So it's going to be a high consolidation or a breakdown consolidation, but rising wedges typically break to the downside. So that's kind of Bitcoin. Now, something else I wanted to talk about with everyone, and this isn't kind of any YouTube clickbait. I'm actually very curious what with some of you more experienced traders out there, in all my subscribers and even guys new to the videos. I'm noticing a flight to quality in cryptocurrencies overall. If we take a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Litecoin, kind of the big market cap coins, what you're going to notice is Bitcoin is within about 7% of all-time highs. Okay, Ethereum here is, let me do this again because I forgot my numbers here. So Ethereum's 26% to all-time highs. Ripple's at 37% to all-time highs, and Litecoin is right near 50% down from all-time highs, 46% down from all-time highs. So you're really noticing money flowing into and not flowing out of as fast these very high cap coins, these very high quality coins. So that's either the public doing a flight to quality, which they generally don't do, or it's institutions and whales actually putting money into the larger cap coins because they're deemed a safe investment. And there's really two reasons that you would see a flight to quality. The first reason would be because you see some, you see a storm on the horizon. Okay, for whatever reason, you see a flight to quality. You see a storm on the horizon, and you go into the safest coin you can get into. Now, to be honest with you, the safest coin could be the US dollar. So they can take all these out to the US dollar, and this may not even be a factor. But they're keeping them in the altcoins, or keeping them in the space for whatever reason. Maybe there's tax implications, things of that nature. So, Bitcoin, and then Ethereum, and then Ripple, and then Litecoin, and then as we go lower, obviously we know the story with IOTA, from 110 down to 49 now. So that's down lower than 50%. And you just keep going down the bar here, and it's just going to get worse and worse. And then you get into like the really crazy altcoins that just kind of do anything. But the big coins, there's a flight to quality, and just curious what you guys think about that. I kind of have some theories. I kind of think that there's a little bit of institutions coming into the market. Goldman Sachs was talking about opening a trading desk. And in my opinion, if Goldman Sachs is talking about opening a trading desk, it's probably already open and they're already trading in it. Maybe they can't get like the 5 billion size that they want to get into the market, but they're probably in the market somehow. So, they definitely could be already in Bitcoin, probably for some time. They're not going to give their hand away completely. So I kind of think it's institutions coming into the market, really putting money to work in the high quality coins, the high market cap coins where they can actually be liquid and make some money. So that's kind of my opinion on the whole thing. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. It'd be an interesting conversation. So there you go. We're going to get to Bitcoin 5,000. Something's going to happen. The hard fork's going to happen over here, and we got to fill this space with some trading action. So, unfortunately, we're just along for the ride. We don't get to write the script. We're just going to kind of have to see what's what and trade appropriately, or just be a hodler, depending on your style. Alright guys, there you go. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging with me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the live stream tomorrow. Have a good night.